Welcome back. I hope that you had an amazing February break and that you are ready to start our new math unit. However, since we are starting a new math unit, we're going to do some flexible thinking activities today rather than doing some straightforward content. Because you reviewed area and perimeter before break, and we haven't done any instruction on any new area and perimeter because we've been on break. So we're going to do some of these math puzzles from Mashup Math. So you have 3 of them to do today. One is fraction related, one is ratio related, and one is order of operations related. So I put a video in Google Classroom of the guy that writes these puzzles showing you how to do one if you need more instruction than I'm going to give you. But the ratio and the fraction ones are pretty straightforward. I'm going to actually pull them up here just so, oops, wrong way. Hold on, let me get to them here. So I just want to go over the directions for them. And then I'm going to walk you through an order of operations one because those seem to be the trickier ones. So this is what your work looks like. So this is the order of operations one. So this will be similar to the one that I'm going to do with you. And it says, make sure to show any thinking and to write the value of each icon underneath it. So when you solve for what the potato, the toaster oven, the butter, the cinnamon stick, what they stand for, you need to make sure that you write the whole number sentence at the bottom. And then your answer for the question mark is going to go here. You also have 2 truths and 1 lie. So you've got 3 mathematical statements here based on these numbers. So the pretzels value, the fruit bowl, and the snack. It says use your math skills to determine which of the 3 statements below is a dirty lie, and then explain how you made your decision. So you're going to need to show some work and figure some things out and decide which one, 1, 2, or 3 is the dirty lie. You're going to write 1, 2, or 3 here, and then you're going to explain how you know in this space right here. The second one is also a 2 truths and 1 lie, but this one is for ratios. So you're going to be, again, looking at the icons that are up here and their values and deciding whether mathematical statement 1, 2, or 3 is the dirty lie. You're going to write the answer here and then explain how you know. So that's your work for today. I am going to walk you through one of the order of operations. And again, he posted a video as well to help you if you need it. Okay, sorry. I had daughters making noise in the background. Okay, so happy snack food month. So February is in fact snack food month. So that is why I chose this puzzle. And you're going to be doing sweet potato day, which is today. February 22nd is in fact sweet potato day. So that's the one you'll be doing on your own. All right, so here we have some number sentences, and we have to solve for these missing parts. So the pretzel has a value, the vegetables have a value, the potato chips have a value, the nuts have a value, and our task is to figure out what the value is. So we have to figure out where we can start. Oops. So, oh my goodness, we have to figure out which one of these number sentences will actually allow me to figure out the value of one of the symbols so that I can use that to solve the rest of the number sentences. So if I look at this first sentence, pretzel plus vegetable equals 101, there's nothing on this side of the equation that's going to help me to solve this. And these could be a variety of numbers. There's tons of different numbers that I could add together to make 101. So this is not going to be a good starting spot for me. If I look at this sentence, it's kind of the same thing. I have potato chips times the nuts is going to give me 300, but there's multiple numbers that could work there. So that doesn't really help me either. And then here, 84 divided by some number is some number. Well, 84 could be divided by lots of numbers. There's many factors. And then this one isn't helpful either. So really, the only one that really stands out to me is this one right here. And the reason is these two are going to have the exact same value because they're the same symbol. So potato chip is going to have the same value or number that represents it regardless of which number sentence it is in. So I know that whatever potato chip is -3 plus potato chip equals 97. So these numbers have to be the same. So I'm adding those two numbers together, and then I'm subtracting 3 to get to 97. So when I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking that whatever this number happens to be, I'm going to times it by 2. So some number times 2 plus 3 is going, I'm sorry, not plus 3, subtract 3. Oops. Sorry about that. -3 is going to give me 97 because I've got one of these numbers. I'm going to take 3 away, and then I'm going to add that same exact number back together. So just by rearranging the numbers a little bit, because remember with addition and subtraction, I can do, with addition, I can do repeated multiplication. So if I think about what number times 2, and then I take 3 away is going to be 97, I can pretty easily recognize that this is going to be 50. So 50 is going to be what the value of the potato chip is. I'm actually going to zoom in here. So this is 50 minus 3 plus 50 equals 97. Now, I would solve this over on the side of my workspace. I'm going to solve it just to make sure that I am now, remember ordered operations tells me that I would need to subtract first because it's left to right. So 47 plus 50 equals 97. And it does in fact work. So because I had a number on this side of the equation and these were worth the same amount, it made it pretty easy for me to figure out that the potato chips value is 50. Now, that means that the potato chips value is going to be 50 in every single number sentence. So it's going to be 50 here. It's also going to be 50 here. Okay, so now I need to look at what else can I now solve? Well, I don't know how to solve this one yet because I don't know pretzel and I don't know vegetable. I don't know what mixed nuts is. So I still have a lot of variables in these ones that I can't really solve yet. However, 300 equals 50 times something. So I can easily solve that. So if I think about 300 equals 50 times n, here's our fact families. So remember, factor times factor equals product. So remember when we were doing our fact families, if 300 is the product, I know that I can take the product and divide it by one factor to solve for the other. So remember, fact families are going to be very helpful when we have to rearrange numbers, because believe it or not, friends, you're doing algebra when you're solving these puzzles, because I could put an X here or a Y here or a Z here, and you would be doing algebra. You are doing algebra, which is part of the reason why we're doing this, because our algebra unit is coming very soon. So 300 divided by 50. If I take the zeros off, it makes my life a lot easier. So 300 divided by 5 tells me that n is equal to 6, which means our mixed nuts value is 6. So I get 300 equals 50 times 6. And that tells me that wherever I see mixed nuts in any of the other number sentences, I can write the number 6. We're going to put 6 here and 6 here. Okay, now still not really getting anything here, so let's go ahead and try and solve this. 84 divided by 6 equals the vegetable bowl. Well, that's easy. That's straightforward. So I'm just going to go over on the side of my paper and I'm just going to divide 6 into 84. And that's going to make life really easy because I don't have to move anything around. Everything's pretty straightforward. And I get an answer of 14. So that was easy. So the vegetable bowl is equal to 14. So I have 84 divided by 6 equals 14. So my vegetable bowl is equal to 14 in every single one of these number sentences. So now I've got pretzel left. So I've solved for everything else, but now I have pretzel. So what I'm going to need to do here is I'm going to need to do some multiple steps here. So something plus 14 equals 101. So I'm actually going to zoom back in, and I'm going to use this white space over here. So I'm going to put an N in for pretzel. So something plus 14 equals 101. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add 14 plus 14, which is 28. So something plus 28 equals 101. Okay, well, I don't have my variable by itself on one side of the number line, but guess what? Fact families. Fact families are going to help me here. So remember, this is part plus part equals whole. So remember, if I do whole minus part, it's going to give me the other part. So that's going to, oops, not 101. Whoops. So this is going to help me solve for what that pretzel is. So I'm just going to go up here and I'm going to subtract 28. I'm going to have to regroup here. And 8, 9, 10, 11, 73. So N equals 73. So I now know that my pretzel equals 73. So 73 plus 14 equals 101. So now I can go ahead and I can plug in that 73 here. And I end up with my last number sentence. 73 plus 14 times 6 minus 50 equals question mark. So I'm going to need to do order of operations here to solve. So I'm going to pause my video. I want you to pause the video, and I want you to solve this using order of operations, and then unpause and check and see if you get the same answer as I do. Okay, how'd you do? So I did multiplication first, because order of operations is going to tell me that I need to multiply before I add or subtract. So 14 times 6, and you've got my work over here is 84. Then I added, because add and subtract left to right. 73 plus 84, 157. Last I subtracted the 50, and I got an answer of 107. So lots of flexible thinking needed today. You are going to need to really think outside of the box and be flexible and think about, what do I know? What can I solve? So I, might have looked at this at first and been like, I can't solve any of this. This is craziness. But if I stop and think about this wasn't hard to solve. I just had to think about it. And once I solved for one symbol, it helped everything else fall into place. So again, you will have Happy Cook a Sweet Potato Day. Maybe you should eat a sweet potato today. They are delicious. And you are going to have to show all your thinking and write the value underneath, just like I did, and then what the answer for the question mark is. And then you also have the 2 truths and 1 lie. So you're going to need to figure out which statements are not true mathematically, and then explain how you made your decision. Again, make sure that you're showing your workspace. So this is going to be really good flexible thinking to get you ready for our algebra unit that is coming up very soon. So I will see you in class tomorrow.